Hello, let's get started today for phonics. We're going to start by actually saying our alphabet, all 26 letters. How many letters? 26 letters. But this time we're going to do it a little different. We're going to do a jumping jack for each one. We did some of this other day in class, but we're going to be doing it together even if you're at home. And you know what? Get mom and dad or brother and sister to do it with you too, okay? Because it's kind of a fun thing. And it gets our brains going. When our body moves, our brain moves too, and it gets it going. So what we're gonna do is our arms are gonna go out and up and back down. But then our legs are gonna do the same thing. So when our arms go up, our legs go out. When our arms go down, our legs go in. And we're gonna say a letter every single time. I hope you got a good stretch in. Let's actually stretch. Let's stretch up and over. To the other side, and down, try to touch your toes. Okay, ready? We're gonna do some jumping jacks for each letter. So I'm gonna start with my legs together, and we're gonna start with what letter do you think? Z or A? A, we're gonna start with A, ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, keep going, we're almost there, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Was that a lot of workout? Okay, let's sit back down. Let's review what we did yesterday. Yesterday we learned a new letter. Our new letter was our O. What color was our O on our alphabet strip? Sorry, Miss Emma's breathing hard over here. It's an O and it's red. It is a vowel. Vowels can have more than one sound, but it's only going to have one this week for what we're doing. Whew. It's hot in here. Okay. Let's look at our picture cards and our deck. So our deck, remember, is going to keep getting added to it every single week. Ready? What letter? L. Ooh, what sound though? L, ul. Lion, ul. O, aw. Octopus, ah. Let's try it one more time. L, ul. Lion, ul. O, aw. Octopus, ah. We had some picture cards to go with our O. Ox, olive, orange, octopus, otter, and ostrich. When we say words and even see words, for example, each one of these picture cards has the word on the back. The end of the word can have a certain sound. Yesterday we were introduced a little bit more into rhyming words. Rhyming words sound the same at the beginning or at the end. Good, at the end. They sound the same at the end. I'm going to say two words. If those words have the same sound at the end, like hot, pot, not, and they all sound like ought, for example, I would stand up. They all sound the same at the end. They're rhyming words. If they don't, for example, if I said orange and wand, no, they don't rhyme, so I wouldn't stand up. So if the words rhyme, you're going to stand up. If they don't, stay sitting down, okay? Fin, win. in, in. Should stand up. Fin, win, do rhyme. They have the same ending sound, so you're standing up. Stay standing up for your next one until you hear it and know if you need to sit back down. Bat, at, sock, ock. At, ock. Good, you're sitting back down. They do not rhyme. Man, fan, an, an. Man, fan, rhyme. You should stand up. Rock, ock, ick. Rock, tick. Does rock, tick rhyme? Nope. So we're going to sit back down. Pop, op, mop, op, op, op. You should be standing back up. They do rhyme. We have one more. Fit, it, at. Fit and pat. It, at. Do they rhyme? Nope, they don't rhyme. Remember, we're going to keep working on this. I know it's a harder idea. It's a harder skill to do. So even if some of those you did not get right, that's okay as long as you're trying your what? Best. Do it with me. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best. That's all Miss Elmore ever wants you to do is try your very, very best, okay? So now we're going to try our very best to sing our, wrong side, to sing our song. Miss Elmore's going to quit moving stuff around. That goes along with that O. I wonder if there's any words in this song that rhyme. They have the same sound at the end of the word. We'll have to look and see. Here is a question I'd like to know. What can you name that begins with an O? Oxen and otters and ostriches too. Oranges and olives and octopus too. Let's try it one more time. Here is a question I'd like to know. What can you name that begins with an O? Oxen and otters, ostriches too. Oranges and olives and octopus too. Pretty silly, huh? Let's see if we remember how to write our capital and lowercase o. So we're going to go ahead and get our phonics paper out. And we're going to try to remember that octopus has that beginning sound of octopus. Remember, our bear's pointing to two different things. You're going to have to use your listening ears and decide, is Miss Elmore saying ul, like lion with your L? Or am I asking you to write the O for your ah, like what we just did today? So I'm going to hold my paper like Riley Raccoon. Number one. Number one. Miss Elmore's going to make it a little bit bigger so that we can see it. Okay, by number one, I'm going to write the capital and lowercase letter that sounds like ah, like ostrich, like octopus. So what am I going to write? The O. I'm going to start at the top, write a capital O, down, around, and back up to the top. For my lowercase o, it's the same motion, it's just smaller. Let's try it. Around and down, back up to the top. This is my O. O says ah. O says ah. Okay. Number two. If Miss Elmore asks you to write the capital and the lowercase letter that sounds like ul, what are you going to write? Oh, I think I heard it. Say it again. L. I'm going to write my L. So I'm going to hold my paper down and over and stop. For my lowercase l, straight down and stop. So I wrote my capital O, my lowercase o, my capital L, my lowercase l. Down in my box where Leo the lion is pointing, we have only capital letters this time. Only capital letters. So we're going to look at these letters and we're going to say each letter. Remember, the more we hear it, the more we say it, and the more we see it, the more we're going to be able to know them, even if we don't know them now. So I'm going to use my pointer finger ready, and I'm going to point going from left to right, top to bottom. Ready? O, P, H. O, E, O, J, L. O, E, D, O. O, L, O, E. We're going to try it one more time a little bit faster. And we're going to only circle the capital O's. O, P, H, O, E, O, J, L, O, E, D, O. O, L, O, E. Very good. Let's go through and circle only our capital O's. O, P, H, O, E, O, J, L, O, E, D, O, O, somewhere says it want to do that, L, O, E. So yours should look like Miss Elmore's when you're done. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 O's that sound like ah that we circle. Are O's, circles, and zeros the same thing? No, one is a shape, one is a letter, and one is a number. And one is a number. Okay, go ahead and get out your handwriting page. We're going to see if we can learn how to write our capital O today. Remember, our capital O is going to be a bigger version of what we did yesterday, since our capital and our lowercase letter for our O are the same. Okay? Today is just the capital. We're always going to do our best. Remember, with handwriting, it's not about being in a hurry. It's about doing our best work. We have a picture of an owl. Owl is a word that starts with a O, with an O. We have our picture of our owl. We have our word owl. Notice it gives us the arrows and tells us to go that same direction that we went when we did our lowercase o. The only difference is we're going to start at the sky on the dot and go down to the ground, back up to the top. So it's going to give me 2 full rows to trace to get used to that motion. So I'm going to start on the dot, curve around and down, touch the bottom, back up to the top. Hold your paper with your hand, curve around and down, back up to the top. Curve around and down, back up to the top. Once you've done that, you're going to have some lines at the bottom where you're going to look at every single dot. Every place there is a dot gets an O. Every place that has a dot gets an O. Once you've done your very best work and mom and dad say the front looks good, notice today there's nothing on the back. When you get to the back, there is nothing on the back, but I'm going to challenge you. That means I'm going to push your brain. I'm going to push your brain, and I want you to do something for me somewhere. I want you to try to draw me at least one picture. How many pictures? Good, at least one picture of something that begins with what sound do you think? The ah sound. Think about your pictures we saw on this. Think about your picture cards. It could even be an octopus like our picture card that goes with our letter. You get to decide, but on the back I want you to draw at least one picture that has something that begins with an O. Ah. Ah. Y'all been doing a very good job. Keep up the good work, and I will see you here in a little bit or tomorrow for our next lesson for our O.